I'm just going to add in some veggies, okay? But first, just get a little bit of olive oil down. All right, into my pan here to sweat everything out, the jalapenos and my onions I'm about to get in with some salt.
Salt.
And then I like to hit it with lots of black pepper. And the onions, I like to kind of not chop them down. I love how they can kind of, you know, be a texture moment in the soup, and you pull up your spoon and there's little pieces of onion hanging off the side, you know. So think about that when you slice them down. And then get in a little bit of cumin. Let all of these spices bloom.
Smoked paprika?
You already know. This is my hot Hungarian paprika.
I haven't seen it in a while.
It has been in the pantry. Speaking of the pantry, it's a good time at the start of the year to look through your pantry, smell all of your spices. If they don't smell like what they should smell like, just get rid of them. It's gonna get nice and tender. To this, I would add the can of diced tomatoes and green chilies that is always in my pantry for a good nacho dip. Yeah,
That's so
it's all in the
smart.
same can.
So smart.
Yeah, and sometimes you can get just the green chilies, but I like the tomatoes and the green chilies together.
That's like you added salsa to your chili once. Remember you made that?
That's right.
It's a great idea.
And then, GZ, this luscious stock. Just pour that right over the top.
That's at least, what, 2.5 boxes of stock?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Maybe even more.
And then just shut up the pot, you know?
At least 2 boxes.
All right, so after that is all in there, you're gonna cover it up. You're gonna cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes or so, just to kind of make everything marry. And then it's gonna come out looking like this, and then we're not done yet. To that, you just add in some rotisserie chicken. Obviously, you can buy shredded chicken now in the grocery store, or your rotisserie chicken and do the work yourself. But we're saving money here, so.
I wonder if we did how much this would cost per person. I probably like
very inexpensive, I would have to say. So the chicken, just so you know, I put that in at the last minute, maybe just 5 minutes before you serve. It's already cooked. I don't want to cook it super long and dry it out. I just want to rehydrate it and bring it into the game. So let me make a little bowl.
game time.
It's game time.
It's game time.
Giddy up.
This is actually game time.
Giddy
food.
up.
Giddy up. That's what you say when you ride a horsey. I mean, you got to have some toppings for that. It's
You
all
do.
about.
Very simple. Okay, now this is what I've also found as I'm trying to get back into my jeans, is the smaller you slice things up, the more plentiful they feel. So just get that on there.
We could have used some of that leftover green taqueria style sauce too.
Oh,
right?
yeah. that's gotta
Actually,
be
really
served with-
could. That would be delicious.
Or plunk.
And then, oh, here we go, a spoon. And then this would be, and kind of looks like sour cream, but I've been
What is it?
replacing that in my kitchen with a little Greek yogurt,
Oh,
Oh.
whole fat,
risotto.
right over the top.
Did you fry those strips?
Yeah,
Sonny?
those are fried, 350 with some oil. You can do canola. I usually do like a shallow fry too. Don't worry about deep frying it. Just an inch in your pan
Jeff, that's for Jeff.
and give it a
Oh, that's
go.
for me.
Yeah.
Here, pass that hot sauce down if you
Hot
want
sauce,
any.
there you go.
Do you want hot sauce?
Yeah, I'll have some hot sauce, and I'd love a spoon. And I can do this old-timey style.
Lisa, can I have some more tortillas
down.
too?
Yeah,
Calm
wow,
down.
2 spoons. I'm going in there, Sonny. I got some onion
Go in.
hangover.
Great.
Simple. You've got a good stock to start with, so you
I
don't
mean-
really have to go hard in the paint, you know, with the flavor.
The foundation is a good stock, and it's, you know, it's soup. It's soup consistency, but it tastes thick on the palate. You know what I mean? Because it's so luscious. Then you get the little crispy bits on top from those strips of tortilla. The Greek yogurt brings the tang like a crema or sour cream would.
I love crema.
And the star of the show is that perfectly reinvigorated chicken. You know, that is just perfect. Dab of hot sauce per spoon. And you got yourself meal number 2 from chicken number 1.
Salmon sometimes can, you know, if you're gonna microwave things, it might perfume the room. And you'd made a comment that I actually saw online a week later, and I caught it, where sometimes in Asian cooking, to remove that smell, they remove that fatty layer of the skin, and they do it by pouring hot water over the top.
Boiling water.
Interesting.
So I've just turned this over, so it's skin side,
wow,
Curl
look
up.
at that.
Yep.
hot water over the top.
Oh, wow. Look at it. Curl up.
You can see it kind of curl up a bit there.
you
And
go,
then
it's
look how
magic.
easily
What? Oh,
Look at that.
look at that.
and
Just
then
like
just
nothing.
peels
Oh,
right?
wow.
Oh,
look at that.
look at that. So, Katie, I'm gonna put this over
Yeah.
here and give that a go.
And I think a lot of people get intimidated of cooking fish at home, and salmon is such a great place to start.
It really is. Good in the freezer, good in the, if you go by the fishmonger and he's got all the salmon laid out. And then if you could just salt and pepper on both sides. And we're gonna get this into the pan. I'm gonna make a quick brush that you kind of do a quick marinade, okay? So we're gonna start with some honey and a little bit of soy sauce. To that, I'm gonna add in some lemon juice. Sambal.
Sambal,
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
love it.
that's what I'm adding here. It's just chili sauce. Then just get in here and whisk it up. And after you've got the salmon salted and peppered on both sides, this is a good marination. And then also I love to kind of brush it over the top as I'm doing a pan saute, just to get that last second caramelization of the sugars. You guys are going in on those cucumbers over there, huh?
Well, honestly, watching you make this is making me hungry.
Yeah. And just kind of hit this. After you've got the salt and pepper on it, over the top. This is gonna sit on the back counter, room temp, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'll show you what that looks like. Coming right over here.
Well, Sunny, I'm gonna have to put this on my Instagram because I am constantly getting messages from people wanting salmon recipes. So
Yeah.
you're giving the people what they want.
That's right. I think salmon is like the second coming of chicken on foodnetwork.com. Just a little bit of olive oil down. It's a nonstick pan, so I'm not super worried. And I like to get it
Nice.
curved side down. All right. So I'm just gonna let these cook on both sides while I'm basting it with our sauce that we marinated it in. And now I'm ready to top it like it's hot. I've just taken the rest of that sauce and kind of reduced it down. No big deal. I'm just gonna pour it over the top. And I love to give a flip, so these were cooked on both sides. Yeah, why not, right?
That looks like a really
Shiny
rich
salmon.
glaze.
Sign me up.
Seepage. So Katie is hooking up one of the things that I love to put into a rice bowl or a grain bowl, a little bit of fresh crunch. So it's a Granny Smith apple. You just peel it, and I always feel like it goes very well with a little bit of broccoli. So I've got a steam bag of broccoli that I've steamed. And then I've got some rice that I microwave. Gee, Z, if it's okay for you to microwave salmon, I figure I can microwave some vegetables. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, dare I say you could potentially make this meal entirely in the microwave.
Or all on a sheet pan.
Yeah, that would be great as well.
Oh.
So just get it out, hit with a little bit of olive oil.
Sunny, I love a healthy meal like this that's so easy to put together. You
Yeah.
come home from work and you want something that's fast, delicious, and healthy. This is
I
it.
agree. I love something that just comes together really, really fast. And then this is just Thai jasmine rice. Listen, microwave rice has come a long way.
Heck yeah, man.
There's
the texture.
quinoa, there's wild rice blends, there's so many
Where do you
different
find that?
medleys. So you're gonna go into the aisle that has like the packets that you microwave, like the mashed potato packets. Sometimes it's in the same aisle with the spices, just at the end of that aisle.
Is it frozen or freezer section?
No, it's shelf stable, so you just put it in your pantry and it's good to go whenever you
Wow.
want it.
There are frozen varieties, though. You get a really great texture of them. I was surprised. We have them all the time. You should try
Look
it
how
once
quick
in a
that
while.
is. And usually it's
Be so
like a 60
close-minded.
or a 90-second situation and you're good to go. So now I've got all of my parts. I've got my rice, I've got my broccoli, I've got my apples.
This looks delicious.
a little spritz moment right here.
This
just
looks
go
like
ahead and
Iris
build
would
it.
like this, no?
Uh-oh.
Except the
She doesn't
broccoli.
eat broccoli.
Bring it up. Why
And
you bringing
she
it up?
doesn't eat rice, actually.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Oh, that'll change.
I mean, that's
Sushi's
okay.
coming.
She's
Sushi's
young. and
coming.
Just a good amount of that Thai jasmine rice. And then I like to go in over the top. Let me get a spout. I can use this. Big old piece of that
look at that.
salmon.
Oh, baby.
Yum.
Right?
That's a
Right
bowl
over
for the
top.
ages.
Some of the crisp, fresh. And also, I love a bowl because you can kind of compartmentalize.
Yeah, I
and
love that
mix it
too.
together if you want.
Yep.
And everybody can customize their own.
Yeah. And then some broccoli. Real simple. You can also choose to do a nice little spritz of lemon over this, but I kind of like to serve it with the lemon, and you can spritz as you please.
I mean,
And there you have it. My
Beautiful.
salmon bowl.
all right, let me see what's
Mangiati,
doing.
mangiati.
Slide that baby down.
Look how beautiful that is.
Look at the beautiful.
Yeah,
it's-
easy.
Remember, I mean, everything in here is very healthy. The salmon's full of omega-3s, good fats, great source of protein, and it's from the sea, Jeffrey.
In the pan right here, this is very easy. I don't say easy for nothing. I've got onion and green bell pepper and a little bit of olive oil. Hit it with some salt so all of the veggies can get nice and tender. And then once they're close to super tender, that's when you can add in the garlic. You don't want to brown the garlic, so I get that in. All right, so then over the top, I put some Italian seasoning. Let me come over here and show you the meatballs of the meatball sub. Okay, the reason I say this is easy, we're not gonna make the meatballs. You go straight to the freezer section and get them. There are so many different types. Italian flavored meatballs is what I'm using right now. They have really come up in the game in the freezer section. So this is a pound, and what I've done is you can see right here, I've just cut them in half. They're already cooked, you can see. So really when you're using them for anything else, if you're actually making a standard meatball sub, you could just use these, heat them up, and get them into your bread. All right, so vegetables, looking good, smelling good. All right, another store-bought shortcut, some marinara sauce. Get that in there. Now, if you're smart, you get some arrabbiata sauce, right? A little bit spicy if you like that, and it goes really well with the onions and the green bell peppers. So a pound of your meatballs is gonna get mixed with a pound of cheese. And I like to do Monterey, but you can do mozzarella, and that's what this is right here. Just get that right in. Now, it seems like a lot of cheese because it's thinly shredded, but don't worry about it. It's gonna melt down and really hold the casserole together and give us some gooey moments at the end. All right, now, right over the top. Didn't really do much work for this, right? Just saute some veggies and get them right in. Nice and steamy out here. All right, and then just get in here and give it a nice stir. Always lose some to the cause when I'm stirring. That's why I have dogs at home. All right, so I've got my dish that's already been sprayed. You can butter as well, but cooking spray, why not? And then just get this in. Look at that, cheese. You already know what's gonna happen when this cooks down. And it's mozz, come on. I'm just gonna level it a little bit and then get my topping on. Get excited when I see these meatballs coming together. All right, topping, very simple. This is my store-bought shortcut. Croutons, they're already made. You can find some garlic flavored ones, even better. Plus, actually, oh, they came out of the bag. Actually, if you have some leftover croutons from making them at home, perfect. Now I'm gonna show you what to do to get them over the top. Now you think about it, you've got your meatball parm or your meatball sub. So you've got the sauce, you got the cheese, you got the meatballs, and usually I like, you know, the peppers and the onions over the top, so we got all that going on. Now we just need the bread. So, in a bag, just hook up the bread. All right, don't go down too far to like breadcrumb consistency. Still want a couple of boulders left. And that's it. Just get in here and sprinkle. Even distribution. Remember, these are already made, so they've got that buttery, garlicky flavor, just like the bread, good old Italian bread. All right, breadcrumbs over the top. Now, I've got my grill set to 350 degrees. Obviously, you can do your oven inside at 350 degrees. And this really just has to come together and let the cheese melt and those meatballs come up to temperature. So about 20, 25 minutes, and it's good to go. I'm gonna get it in and show you what it looks like. Oh, yeah. All right. Indirect heat when you put it in the grill, so that means the heat would be turned on over here. You put the plate or the tray right here. So I'm gonna make sure that the heat is off on this side and then turn it on over here when I take this off. Oh, look at that. And here you have it, my very easy meatball sub casserole. Come on now. I always like to go in towards the corner and then create my serving size. Look at this, huh? Little cheese pool right there. Meatball sub goodness. Look at that. On medium high, I'm just gonna add in some olive oil. and then add in my first store-bought shortcut that's gonna get us to the finish line fast, button mushrooms that are already sliced. Hello! So I'm gonna get these into the pan. All right, now to that, I'm gonna add in a nice big sprig of thyme. I like to use the pieces that are kind of all stuck together so I can put it in one small moment and pull it out at the very end all, kind of together. So I'm just gonna put it in there and then just move it around. Now, this is gonna cook about 5 to 10 minutes. That's when you're gonna reach in and you're gonna add some onions. But I wanna show you what that looks like. I'm gonna do a little swap right here. Cover that up, let that hang out for a second, just like this, right? So the onions are already in there. Now it's a time to add a little bit more flavor and then also build our gravy that's gonna smother that chicken. So the first thing I go for in my pantry is some Dijon mustard. This just adds a little bit of depth of flavor, kind of like it's there, but you don't know it. And then to that, some flour. I just go ahead and sprinkle the flour all the way over the top. I try not to put it in one just clump somewhere because the goal here is to mix the flour around. And I like to say it's gonna kind of look gummy, Before it looks great, it's gonna look a hot mess. And then just move this around. Now, once you feel like that flavor of the flour is cooked out, doesn't take long, a couple of minutes, you're gonna add in some beef stock. Now, could you add in chicken stock because we're doing smothered chicken? Yes, but beef stock with this, just really, first of all, you're getting a nice rich color for your gravy, but then you're also getting that flavor, a deeper flavor, richer, and you see how quickly it starts to really give us a nice thick gravy moment. You're gonna have to turn the heat up a little bit more to get that gravy action happening. But while this bubbles and simmers, look at that, the pan just quiets for you. I wanna show you a store-bought shortcut again. This is gonna help you get that dinner on the table fast. Okay, go to the freezer section and you're gonna look for these already pre-grilled chicken breasts. Perfect portions, you're gonna get those right into your pan, and the flavor, you can see it right there on the outside. Just think about multiple flavor profiles in one thing, or it's just done for you, all right? So see how I nestle those chicken breasts in. Gonna cover those up and let those simmer until the chicken comes to temperature, okay? And I've already got that started right here, but I wanna show you another store-bought shortcut. You ready for this? Microwavable rice. I like it, it works for me. So what I'm gonna do is get this in the bowl here. And this is what I'm gonna cascade that chicken over. But before I do that, I'm gonna give it a little bit of curb appeal. We're doing so many store-bought shortcuts, you kind of have to do a couple of things so it looks like you know how you're doing. All right, so the curb appeal, just some parsley. I like to take it out and just kind of shave down like that at the top. Put that back in there. And then, I don't think it's controversial, but it's definitely the way I do it. I like to gather my parsley into a little ball. And then I just run through that ball. And then just keep on chopping. Half is gonna go into the bowl, and I'm gonna toss the rice with it. A couple of spoons. Just kind of get in there. Look at that curb appeal, come on now. Parsley throughout. You can also do scallions if you like. Cilantro would be great there. And then just come in, see if I can get this out, right onto my serving plate. Now, speaking of the chicken, all you gotta do for those grilled frozen chicken breasts is get them to temperature. So, back here in another pan. Oh, yes. Look at that. I'm gonna hit it with some parsley when I get it into my plate here. Remember, this was so simple at the beginning, right? We just hit it with mushrooms, some onion, flavored up with thyme, a Look at the steam is hitting me, keeping me warm out here. Then we came in and made that gravy happen very simply. Dijon mustard, some flour to thicken. We cooked that mustard and flour down until it was ready to accept that luscious beef stock. Mushrooms right over the top. And then a nice little sprinkle of our parsley over the top.
Honey, you're gonna satisfy our burning need for pasta.
That's right, girlfriend. Hashtag no carb left behind.
That's right.
I'm making my easy sausage and mushroom rigatoni pie. First, I want to show you this so I can get you to work.
Okay.
Okay, these are rigatoni. They've been boiled al dente because they're gonna cook again. And what I've got here in my bowl, some parm, just some parsley. Ooh. Jeff, if you don't mind, I'm gonna toss these. And what you're gonna do, you've seen these online, right?
Yeah.
And usually they're just all soldiers standing up in the
like
whole
vertical.
thing, vertical. Just do the edge, just the perimeter, okay? All right,
perimeter.
so over here in the pan, I've already started working with some hot Italian sausage. Crumble it up like it's ground beef. Get all of the fat out of it, and then add in the mushrooms. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cook these mushrooms down, and you're gonna just season it with pepper, not salt. Why, GZ?
Because the salt will moisturize the mushrooms and take the water out.
Yeah.
Not good.
Exactly, and I'm already worried about the salt content that's already in the sausage, so you really don't want to add any salt at this point here because the sausage is coming in with that flavor. All right, so here is one of my store-bought shortcuts to get this done really fast. You know what I'm saying? Just buy the vodka sauce, okay? That's what you do. You can buy the marinara. That's right, clap it up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Just pour some of that in here. Gonna add back to the pot.
Did it.
All of that Italian sausage.
You got me.
All right, so what you're gonna do after you've got all of this sauce kind of married with the mushrooms and your Italian sausage, very simple, kind of hushes the pot. Gonna pour it right back over this bowl here.
Okay.
You working with me on this?
Yeah, I think so.
You're making pie.
I'm making a pie.
Honey, this is also a great way, like if you want that feeling of like a baked ziti or a lasagna without all the work. This is a great way of doing it.
I would
Vodka
have to
sauce
agree.
gives you that creamy, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I knew what vodka sauce was till I moved to New York.
I
was
didn't
on
either.
every
I had
single
never even
Italian
heard of
menu.
it. Yeah.
Which is basically a marinara sauce that you add some vodka to, you cook off the alcohol and add a little heavy cream or a lot of heavy cream. You know, it just really depends on what you want to do. You got
It's
that
sort
in
of made
there?
a resurgence in the last 10 years. So, by the way, is pasta.
This is a little science for you, that
Science.
eating carbs can actually make you happier because carbs cause the body to produce serotonin, which is the chemical that helps you create feelings of happiness.
See?
Well, there you go.
So there
See?
you go. Carbs make you happy.
Exactly. All right, so see what we have here?
That's very easy. Just stack them all up.
Super simple. I do not have time to go in and stacky stack and then pour the sauce over the top and hope
Stacky-stack.
that it goes through the canals of the rigatoni.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. So, over the top of this,
You're only going to see the outside,
Provolone.
right, when you unmold it.
provolone. Exactly. All I need is the curb
People.
appeal. Who cares about the inside?
Now here's what I want to know from each of you guys. What's one carb you couldn't leave behind?
What?
Jeff,
Pizza. Easily.
Sonny.
Oh, you know I'm like Oprah. I love bread.
I love bread.
Yeah, I can't go without bread.
Wine.
One.
It is a carb.
I guess mine's bread, pasta, pizza.
Bread
Yeah.
pasta.
Oh, no, that's one
I know
more.
that. I know that
All right, so see, I've kind of overlapped the pieces of provolone here.
Beautiful.
Give a little vent in the center. And then I'm just going to pile on the mozzarella
Sonny.
cheese. Yup.
Yes.
Yeah, no
All
carb
of
left
the
behind,
cheese.
baby.
one.
It also
We have
includes
serotonin
cheese.
going in there and vodka.
You already know. Okay, the oven's at 375. This is only gonna take about 30 to 35 minutes. You really just want the top to look nice and bubbly and golden.
job.
And then comes out of the oven like this. I've had this resting a bit because that's what
Holy
you want to do.
moly.
Oh,
Right. And listen, we didn't tell you, this is a spring form mold. You can also do this in like a tall pie pan, but the beauty of this is releasing the spring so that you can see that curb appeal that we talked about. So,
It's all about that spring form pan.
you guys ready? No carb left, but it's gonna go straight to my behind. You lettuce over here.
I'll tell you what, you serve that at a dinner party, everybody's gonna ooh and
Forget
ah, and it's easy.
One slice of that, glass of nice Barolo. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh, that
I'll
looks
take
so
that.
good. Look at those little crispy edges
here's
around the
That
top.
looks amazing. All right, I got a little true or false here game
True.
with pasta, all right? Before pasta machines were invented, workers would knead pasta dough with their feet.
Oh,
It's
no.
so weird, I'm gonna say true.
No.
Correct, true, it is true, yes.
Ready?
Yep.
Yes, give it to us, Sonny.
That is that's a clean slice.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You get to taste
A
that.
clean slice of pasta.
A little parsley. Give yourself a little piece of basil there so you feel like you did something. More cheese over the top.
More cheese, more cheese. More!
Yeah, you know, you need a fork. You got that,
Yeah, I
Jeff?
think I was gonna try to pick it up, but it does look a little too
Look at
succulent.
that.
Look at that, though. You can kind of see right through it. I'm so excited.
You know, you guys want a slice?
Yes, my mouth is watering.
Done.
I think I
and
would just
done.
tell you something. My kids would love this.
Yeah, because it's cute. It's fun.
Like
Yeah.
having fun with food.
It's all about the curb appeal.
Oh, man. Clutch doing the vodka sauce.
Clutch.
That creaminess just coats your tongue with the extra little bit of fat in there. Oh, the gooey cheese, and that pasta's perfectly cooked. Al dente, right? Because you didn't overcook it when you were boiling it. This is the best slice of pasta I've ever had.
Really? The best slice of pasta? It's the only slice of pasta you've ever had. Today I'm making my easy tomato and basil lasagna roll-ups.
What?
Oh yeah, this is curb appeal on 10.
I love roll-ups.
All right, so this is a great dish for the whole family. It's such an easy dinner to throw together during the week. And I start by doing this quick hack of how to get your lasagna noodles pliable without being over pliable and like breaking apart. So I've got like 12 in here in my baking sheet that's got the lips, right? Or the edge. This is piping hot water. Just pour it out.
Oh, right out of the kettle. huh?
Right out of the kettle, right over the top. Make sure you cover it. You
more
actually
spread.
should move them around a little bit if you see like they might stick before you cover them up with aluminum foil, just so they make sure you've got moisture between all of them. And then just cover it up about 15 to 20, maybe 25 minutes, and they're perfection. Take a look at that.
And these are, wow. Are these the regular lasagna noodles?
Just
Not the
regular.
no-bake, right?
Yeah, they're not the no bake or the no boil. They're just regular OG lasagna noodles. And you can see right here, nice and al dente, pliable, but not like break apart. So when they come out of the sheet, if you need to, you can give them a little dry. I'm gonna make the filling, okay? So ricotta cheese. This is an Italian shredded cheese blend. Get a couple of eggs whisked in there. Just gotta kind of hold it together, make sure it doesn't all completely melt. Some parsley, some basil. I want this super herby, just like, you know, littered with herbs.
Littered.
And then to bring it up a little bit, I always add in some lemon zest
Cool.
and a little bit of spice of the red chili peppers.
That's it.
That's it.
No
yeah.
bechamel. It's so
No,
it's nice. It's
not
light.
at all.
Light.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add some black pepper. The cheese already carries a little bit of salt, but it's okay to, for good measure, throw some down. And then just get in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about half. And then I like to kind of tilt it corner to corner, full coverage. Now remember, I've got the lasagna noodles that I kind of dried off. They were sitting for about 15, 25 minutes in that piping hot water and the steam coming up from the aluminum foil. And then just kind of get in here. It's about 1/4 cup. And then just start rolling.
Oh, man. How could these not be good?
Don't do a tight roll either. Just kind of be really nice and gentle about it.
That's cute. It's cute.
That's cute.
It's cute.
Right, it's curb appeal.
It's curb appeal.
So we're not done yet. Now we're just gonna pour over the top the remaining sauce. Make sure you get it out. Now, if you're like my mom, you'll add a little bit of water.
Yeah,
Swish it
nothing wrong with
around,
that.
you get
Hey,
everything out.
nothing
But make
wrong.
sure you pick a sauce with ripe tomatoes. That way it's sweet and it's delicious. All right, so there it is, 375 degrees. My oven is at that. I'm gonna cover this up with a little bit of aluminum foil. And then it's gonna cook for about 20, 25 minutes, and then uncover it. And when you uncover it, it's really just so you get some of those crispy tops. You know what I'm saying?
Top.
All right, $3.75, and oh, thank you,
Top?
GC.
Gentlemen.
And I'll take that one out. Put this one in the bottom.
Got it.
Here it is,
it's
you guys. A nice sprinkle over the entire top of some parm.
Oh.
For measure. And then I just like to come in and marry it. So a little bit of fresh parsley, a couple of pieces of fresh basil going in the little top chimney there.
Sonny.
And there you have it.
Perfect. The tomato, everything is so delicious and tasty and just perfectly seasoned. The cheese is just the right amount of cheese. I actually like this better than the regular lasagna.
Way to go.
This is something I like to get when I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I like to kind of bring myself out. It's a natural decongestant. It is my Sunset Park Noodle Bowl.
Oh,
yeah, it's
my
real
gosh.
super easy. In my pan here, or my pot really, I've just got some ground beef that I added some onions to, a little salt and pepper, and some red chili flakes. Okay, that's starting off one layer of heat.
What do you want me to do?
Help me out, because with any heat, you need to kind of lighten it up with a spritz. So I've got some lime wedges there, make for me, and then it's just white and green parts of the scallion. Chop them up however you feel. I'm not particular about it. You can go on the bias or...
Are we going right in here?
Yeah, you can throw them in there,
Beautiful.
so it's a nice little moment where we're serving it. It looks cute. So I'm getting this all out, but I'm using a slotted spoon because in here, the fat and the juices from that meat is a nice start for a flavor base of everything else that's gonna go on in here. I'm gonna start with what I really, truly love about this. It does so much work. This is gochujang.
What?
Yeah, gochujang. I fell in love with this in 1993 in South Korea when I was serving there in the military, and I'm so happy to say now you can literally find this at the grocery store next to where sriracha and ketchup are. Just look for it in a little red tub just like this. It does so much work. It's got like fermented flavor in it.
It's so fun. It's so
little,
good. And if you haven't
so
tried it,
luscious.
there's nothing weird about it. I mean, I would equate it to like Korean ketchup, right?
Yeah, it's like a Korean finishing sauce, but you can use it for so many things like a flavor base for our soup here. So a lot goes a long way. All right, so in addition to that, I'm gonna add in some beef stock. You can do chicken stock if you like. I just love that it's dark and rich, just like the gochujang.
Oh, that's good.
See how
It's
it
like
kind of shuts up that volume?
It's like a quick ramen broth, because usually, ramen broths take like days to make usually, the good ones. So that's got all the flavors.
You know what this is, you know what I'm saying?
That's
A little
the
beer.
beers?
I would suggest none of those funny, I'm seasonal and I taste like a pumpkin beer, you know what I mean? So you're gonna stir this until it comes to a nice simmer or a boil, really, and that's when you're gonna drop in these Japanese curly noodles, okay? You don't have to buy this in the pack that has the seasoning. They actually just sell the noodles in a pack by itself. I really love this because it's obviously a one-pot plan.
Ooh,
yes.
OPP.
So you put it in there, cover it up, and let that simmer for about 5 more minutes. We all know how quick it is to really cook off those noodles. And here we go, our Sunset Park soup, and I'm gonna plate it up for you.
That was good. I mean,
So right
it's just right on my, I love any slurpy noodle, slippery noodle dish, you know?
Yes. And I really love this dish. When you get it, they'll send out a little bit of Thai basil. So if you have that at your grocery store, just do it. It's deliciousness. Can you pass me a tong?
Yes, I would. Do you put the beef back in there?
Yes, over the top. It's my favorite part of this soup is I always wish, listen, I'm gonna learn how to speak Vietnamese. I'm gonna tell them I want more beef in my soup the next time.
I think it's mas beef.
That's Spanish and English, Spanglish. So then you just drop some noodles right in there. Then over the top of that, a little bit of this beef, or a lot, depending on
Extra
your
beef,
taste.
please.
Yeah,
More
because
beef.
I always would end up fishing it out of the bottom like, man, I almost didn't want to stir the soup so I could just get a big old chopstick full of the beef. And then right over that, you know what I'm gonna do. Put an egg on it.
Oh, I gotta put an egg on that, Sonny.
You got a spat? Hook me
Yeah,
up.
I do.
Right in there. This is my Korean moment
it.
here.
Oh,
a little
man.
egg over the top. And
This will
then-
cure your whatever's ailing you. This
It
will.
really will. Like, it's where I go when I decide, I'm a little congested. I just want to clear it out a little bit. And then a little squeeze of lime on the side. And there you have it, my easy Sunset Park. Oh, yeah, from my first chosen city, which a lot of military brats know what that means, the first city I decided I wanted to live into, comes a dish that I love because it's not only meaty and delicious, but it holds a special place in my heart. It's the very first recipe I ever wrote, and it couldn't be simpler. Here's a little screenshot of the recipe. It's changed because I'm in a competition now, so some of the recipe ingredients are out of it, but very proud of my very first red bean gravy recipe. And I hope it's very inexpensive because New Orleans eating is all about inexpensive eating. Do you know what I'm saying? The po' boy, let's talk about it. So in my cast iron enamel pan here, I've got a little bit of fat of olive oil, the cheap olive oil. You know what I'm saying? Then I've got 1 link of andouille sausage. You want to get that in there and just brown it off. I always cut them at a bias or an angle, and that's my little trick just so they don't roll off the cutting board. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah. All right, so into the pot here, you're gonna add the trinity, which is green bell peppers, white onion, some celery. Gonna move this around. And the whole idea here is to get this nice and translucent. So you're gonna cook that down a little bit here. And then after you cook that for a few minutes, it's gonna start looking a little bit like this. You're gonna come over here and take a look. Lots of luscious love. I've got some garlic. Now I like to kind of taste this at this moment because the sausage comes with a whole lot of salt and flavor, so you might not even have to salt this. And we're also gonna get some canned beans into the game plan, which if I would have known how hard in the paint Katie was going, I would have done dry beans and just said soak them overnight.
Well, your dry beans are a third of the cost of canned beans, so that's a great money-saving tip.
Yeah, so I just take some kidney beans here.
That's what I'm going to. When the apocalypse comes, I'm storing stuff in my basement. I got plenty of beans.
All right, so you get the beans in. I don't know if you noticed, I did not rinse the beans. We'll take all of the liquor from the can, and then I like to add a little bit of water to the can. Swish that around. But before that, what's really coming through with lots and lots of flavor, which my first recipe had, you know, white pepper, black pepper, red pepper, like a trio, and then all kinds of other spices to really bring it together. But you know what, if we're trying to save money, a ham hock that is smoked has so much flavor, very inexpensive, and this is a big one. So just get this right in there. Gonna add some water over the top. It's kind of a braised thing, so the idea here is you don't have to cover the ham hock, you just have to do about halfway up. You're gonna put the lid on this and just kind of let it hang out and percolate for about 30 minutes, you know, maybe 25. Depends on the heat, how big your pot is, all that good stuff. And here we go, right here.
I can smell it.
When you open it up.
You better give me a heaping helping of that.
You know, come in, move it around. The longer you cook it, the more of that meat's gonna come off of that ham hock bone and just kind of shred up into your sauce here. But this is good and ready to go. You have to serve it with some white rice. So I've got some white rice right here.
Is that cheap white rice?
It is the cheapest of the cheap white rice, yes. And you just come in here. This is truly one of my first things that I love to eat. Go to Mother's right there on Poydras and Chapachulas in New Orleans and get you some gumbo, a debris sandwich, a po' boy, and some bread pudding. And shout out to all of the students at Loyola University, where I used to go, and everyone down there just enjoying the who that culture. I said that, not dat.
Oh, look at all that.
True breeze. Look at that, huh?
Well, here's what I'm excited about. You've got Louisiana hot sauce to go with it.
Yes, you have to have the right hot sauce for that, for my red beans and rice gravy. Hook it up with a little shaky,
Can I
shake,
hook it
shake.
up?
Yes. To taste.
I like a lot of this.
So,
What's
Katie?
the over-under
Can
on
I
this?
guess?
you please,
the
Jeezy,
over-under?
please guess how
What's the
inexpensive
line? What's the
and
line on it?
parsimonious you think I am with my red beans
I'm gonna
and
say
rice.
that's $8.50.
I'm gonna say
$8
$12.25.
$12.25. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Price of my red beans and rice for a family of 4, because I'm trying to get this gold ticket is.
$10.38. Go! $10.41.
Can't see anything. Pennies.
It's a game of cents.
I want to freak out.
No, please. Game of inches.
A little lanyard for you. Le bon ton roulé.
Let's talk about this.
You like it?
I love this dish. It's so comforting. And it's just delicious. All the flavor comes through. You know, what you did was you took that andouille sausage, so you didn't have to add a lot to this dish, and one link of it feeding the whole family of four, stretching the ingredients.
Chop it down like your potatoes.
I'm crazy about beans and rice. You guys will be crazy about this. It is worth every penny, even if you did baby.
Sunny, what's on the menu?
I'm making a Philly classic with a supermarket fix called my chicken cheesesteak.
Chicken cheesesteak.
It's simple. Okay, so on my flat grill top right here, cast iron, because it's gonna hold that
Yeah.
good heat. Olive oil, salt, pepper on the onions chopped up. They're just getting nice and caramelized, but not like a real caramelization where we take hours and hours. This is a quick caramelization, medium-high heat, just looking for some char. Little black bits are okay, and a little bit of translucent or white. You know, it's all over the place. You don't need it all cooked down. So I've got some chicken over here, and that's the store-bought shortcut. If you start looking in the meat section, this is brand new, and it's starting to happen, you can find shaved chicken breast. It's shaved for you. Yeah, they do the work. I mean, who wants
do
to
the
freeze
beef
the
like
chicken
that too,
and
yeah.
then shave the chicken? So they're doing it for you, nice and thin. Take a look at that.
I usually prefer my chicken on natural, but
I mean,
I'll try this.
Look at it. I mean, it's
I
so
didn't know
nice
chicken
and thin
shaved.
for you. So what I like to do is season it up very simply with a little bit of salt. Put in a bowl, nice couple of pinches, some pepper.
One of my all-time favorite sandwiches is cheesesteaks.
Oh,
Yeah?
I love a
A
cheesesteak.
real good cheesesteak, nothing like it.
So then I've got some chicken seasoning in there and some garlic salt. Just kind of go in there and stir it around with my finger. And then right here with the onions, just gonna start dropping this chicken. Now there's a lot of moisture in here, so kind of pick from the top, don't just dump it in there.
So, Sunny, that was poultry seasoning that you used? Okay.
Poultry seasoning, little garlic salt, salt and pepper.
But you can sort of knock yourself out. You can put smoked paprika if you want in there.
Oh, cheesy in my wheelhouse.
Little kale dust.
You know, little kale dust.
Cheesy's throwing shade,
Yo,
isn't
he's
he?
throwing a lot of shade,
Yeah.
Jeezy. What kind of tree you sitting next to? All right, so you just kind of move this around. Nice pinch of our seasoning blend here. Don't overdo it because we've got salt and garlic salt in here. And then you just kind of get in and start moving it around.
Oh.
You don't want an overcrowd situation because you do want to get some color on your chicken and you don't want to steam it, but you also want to make sure that you kind of move things and incorporate it. So I'm gonna get this on there and kind of let it sit so we can get some color on
Like
the chicken.
at a diner.
It is kind of like
Or
a
at the
diner.
Philly cheesesteak place. It's all done on the flat top.
Yeah, you know
Philly
what I'm saying?
cheesesteak, invented in the 30s by Pat Oliveri.
Really?
Of course, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Cheese was not added. It was just a Philly-style steak sandwich. Then the cheese was added in 1940s. And usually you use the liquid cheese sauce.
You know. All right, so now that this is going and the steam is gonna hit everything that's not cooked, I'm gonna show you how to make this cheese sauce. It's really, really simple. So in the pan here, it's very easy. I'm gonna add some beer.
Oh,
Jeff, pass that
slide
down,
it
open
down.
it up. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, Katie.
Oh, damn.
Get
Someone's
it.
got a pretty
Yes,
good jump
Katie.
today. Someone had
Okay.
Someone's like a troll for alcohol today.
Right into the pan here, about 8 ounces of beer. Then you go to the cheese section. It's got that cheddar and Monterey Jack shredded, about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of that. You want to get the beer hot and then add the cheese. But
Like
in
a
the
fondue.
meantime, yeah, like a fondue, exactly. I've got some steak seasoning right here. I like to add into the beer, a little bit of flavor. Remember that seasoning that we have with the garlic salt and the chicken? Put that in there, or you can do a pinch of salt. That works as well. Matter of fact, I got some left over. Let me hit this. So while the beer is getting a little bit hot, and this comes together very fast, one last good move around and toss. And look at that color.
Yep.
When you just leave it alone and let it hang
Right
out.
there.
So at the end,
Oh, that's a waste of beer.
all right, we've got our beer getting hot over here.
It's called the old Philly deglaze right
Add some
there.
cheese. As you add the cheese, whisk. As you add it, whisk. Keep going. And look how quick that comes together. 3 ingredients: beer, cheese, some seasoning, some flavor. All right, who's ready to eat?
Me.
Okay, we'll build this. All right. So we've got some hoagies.
That looks like a good bun.
I'm gonna give you some mayo, girl, because
Give me
when
some
I go to
mayo.
the shop, I like a little mayo.
Yeah.
Put it right in there and just kind of smear it.
Yeah, I gotta have that.
Yeah,
You
plus
have
it
to have
also
the
keeps
mayo
it
on
from
the
getting
cheesesteak.
soggy. When you have really good, juicy chicken, you don't want it to be too soggy in there. Just come on in, get some of that chicken.
Oh, snap.
Son, you gotta open a shop. Call it Sonny's.
Yeah?
I'm telling you.
A little diner, a little short order
Imagine if
cook.
you just sold that. That's it.
That's it. Just,
I
all you
actually
need.
pride myself on making a quick, like 15, 20-minute meal. I don't have time. I'm lazy, impatient, I'm hungry. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
No,
Here
we
we
never do
go.
that about you.
we believe you.
you believe me?
Cheese it up.
Gonna cheese it up for you, girlfriend.
Oh,
And then
let
right
it-
over the top,
Oh, cascade.
look at
Cascada.
that. Little cheese sauce.
Dude.
Yes. Wow.
Just for you, Katie? She gets the whole thing?
Yeah, you don't get any.
Now I like to go over the top with a little
Little pickled
CP
cherry
relish?
pepper.
What is that?
pickled cherry relish.
Oh, you need that. You know why? Just that fat. You need to get that. Oh, there isn't that much fat in this dish, right?
No, it's good for you, I
chicken.
think. Pretty sure.
The mayonnaise is totally.
No, mayonnaise
All
is
right.
olive oil.
Katie, you want me to cut this in half, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but. If you want to
My
share,
goodness.
There you go.
you guys aren't getting any of this.
Tell us again.
There it is. Tuesday night. Let me just knock it off the list.
That's what I'm talking about.
Check.
4-ingredient pulled pork. I've got my pork shoulder, which is also sold as like a pork butt, but it is the shoulder. Some of the fat, we trimmed it off a little bit here, but if you get that fat cap and you like fat, I mean, hold on to it, render it down, make some sauces with it, who knows. I'm just gonna build a really quick rub for it. I'm gonna add some salt to my bowl, a little bit of cumin. So now when you're doing ingredient recipes and you're counting the ingredients, salt and seasonings like pepper don't count, oil doesn't count, but the cumin does. So we've got the pork, we've got the cumin, we've got the salt, add some pepper. I like to loosen this up so I can get some boulders, not snow. So this is gonna be a very simple rub of just salt, pepper, and the cumin. I'm gonna get some gloves on and get into the game plan here. Now, when I say rub, I mean it. Just get it up in there and rub it in. But it does have that time in the slow cooker to hang out unsupervised for hours. So a lot of the flavors will start to meld together. But look at how simple that is, huh? And listen, if you don't have cumin, you can always use like a steak seasoning or just go into your pantry and find something that you like that you think would be great with your pulled pork. Rub it. Okay, flip the baby over. Try not to make too much of a mess. Get some of that good old rub on the top. I'm gonna open up my slow cooker and get that in. I'm gonna show you how to make the sauce. Look at that bad boy. Now to that, salsa. Got a little bit of that cumin left over, get it in here. And our secret and fun ingredient, peanut butter. Listen, I just thought this up one day and thought maybe it would work. Tried it. It works, okay? Even my brain was like, I don't know. But it's rich. It's creamy. It adds a little nutty flavor. Peanut butter and meat actually does go very well together. And then look, just right into the bowl. Right in to the slow cooker. 4 ingredients. Already in there. All right, I'm gonna cover this up. 8 hours on high. I'm gonna set it. I'm not gonna forget it, okay? And in the meantime, I'm gonna chop up some scallions, clean up my stuff right here. Look at this. 8 hours on high, pulled pork on high. This is definitely like a put it in the slow cooker in the morning, and then at the end of the day, it's ready to go for you. So really a smart way to set it and kind of forget it. I always say it's not really like you're forgetting it. It smells so good. I'm just gonna go in here and get this out. Look how it jiggles. That lets you know it's ready to get pulled. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, it's everything I can do not to eat that right there. All right, get some forks into the game plan. and pull this pork. Now look how easy this is. 8 hours on high, 4 ingredients, salsa, the pork butt, peanut butter, and cumin. Salt and pepper, but those don't count. Look at this. Look at how tender and juicy this is. Look at that. So easy, nice and shredded. Our pulled pork. Look at that. Come on. Look at that. Put that on the table with some tongs. Now, we are not done. All of this is delicious, but we're definitely gonna need some of this juice and sauce in here. Let me just get this all out. Come in here, you're gonna have to give it a nice stir at the end. Emulsify that fat. And then look at that. You can ladle some over the top. Let it cascade, or as Jeff likes to say, cascade. That's right. Come in here and get some of my mashed potatoes. See how cushy that was when I just digged in? Always go in for that second scoop. Can't help myself. And right over the top. 4 ingredients, perfection. Pulled pork. A little bit more of the sauce. Come on, because I love a good ladle of sauce. Luscious. Look at that, come on. 4 ingredient pulled pork,